Welcome back, everybody. Alright, so today we're talking bows. I'm gonna go over my bow setup, what I'm shooting, how many grains of arrow I'm shooting, what kind of the head I'm shooting, my sight, my rest, my arrows, all the specs of my bow, everything. So I guess just to kick it right off, I'll start with my arrows. I am shooting the Easton Bloodline arrows. They're a very stiff spine arrow. They're 300 spine arrow. I kind of wish they were like 250, but the 300 seems to work pretty good. They just have the 3 Fletch blazer vanes on them, just stock vanes. I don't get too technical with it. The bow shoots really good, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I figured that one out this turkey season by putting a red dot on my gun when I've never missed a turkey in my life with that gun, and I missed 2 of them this year. So if it ain't broke, I'm not trying to fix it. This ain't broke, so I'm not gonna try to fix it. But 300 spine arrow, these are full length arrows. I left them full length, and just to kind of keep the arrow heavy, give the arrow as much length as possible, I shoot a really long draw. I am 6'2", right at 200 pounds, and I have a big old wingspan. So I shoot 31-inch draw. So that helps me keep the weight of the arrow up. It also helped me keep the speed of the arrow up with a heavier poundage. I shoot real heavy poundage. But that's my arrow. The total grains of my arrow, with a 100 grain head on it, I am at 495 grains with a 100 grain head. I think I'm gonna switch to a 125 grain head, so I'd be shooting 100 or 520 grains total arrow weight with heavy front and center. I don't really know. It shoots great. It blows through deer practically no problem. I did kind of switch heads last year, but I'll get into that. So the 100 grain head, 495 grains. If I switch to a 125, it'll put me at 520, which I would like to be above that 500 grain mark, but we'll see. It shoots great now. If it ain't broke, I'm not going to try to fix something that's not broke. I shoot a QAD drop away rest. I used to shoot Whisker Biscuit, and ever since I went to drop away, I never really looked back. This is my release. It's just a True Fire wrist release. I've had this release for probably close to, I'm gonna say 8-9 years, maybe even longer. I've had this release a long time. I really like it. It's comfortable. It's long enough for my big hands. I know you can adjust all that stuff, but I really like this release. So I've just never bought a new one. This bow in itself is like I said, it's an old bow, and so is the release. It's all old. But I'll go to my sight. This is a True Glow Micro Adjust Carbon Hunter, or Micro Adjust Carbon, or it's something along them lines. Again, it's an older sight, but it works for me. Next year I'm going to venture into possibly a new hole setup, but we'll see. Bows are getting kind of ridiculous, and I don't think I can match the confidence that I have in a new bow with what I have in this bow. I know this bow like the back of my hand, and I have all the confidence in the world in it. I've been shooting it for years, and I've been shooting this bow for 9 years. This bow is 10 years old. I bought it 1 year old. But we'll get right into the bow, I guess. It is a dual cam, obviously. Elite Hunter 2011. I just got a fuse stabilizer on there. I actually only have it on there because it's after I shoot, when I just touch the tip of my fingers in the front, the bow sits really nice on my hands with that stabilizer on it, which is what you want, because you don't want to have a death grip on that bow when you're shooting. And I always shoot with just my fingers touching in the front. But if I hold the bow level, I'm not holding it in any other way, the bow sits perfectly flat in my hands without a death grip. You don't want to grip the bow like this. It causes you to torque the bow. So I always just touch my two front fingers together when I shoot, and then I have my other fingers up, and I just use my pointer finger when I shoot. So I'll shoot a couple arrows real quick in here in a few seconds. But 2011 Elite Hunter, 31-inch draw. So I shoot a very long draw, but I'm a big enough guy and I have the arm span to do it. I'll just draw the bow real quick here for you so you guys can see. The draw fits me perfect. My arm's almost totally out. I come back, the fletching's on my chin, strings on my nose, feels comfortable. I touch here, shoot the bow off, and the bow sits perfect right in my hand. Rolls back just a little bit, but not much at all. So I really like this setup. I am shooting 73 pounds. It's a high poundage, but I can pull 73 pounds very easily. I can show you guys again. I can talk to you the whole time I'm doing it, just to prove I'm not struggling, because that's another thing that'll throw guys off, is if you're trying to pull too much weight. So I have high poundage, long draw, heavy arrow, and I'm still shooting right at that 300 feet per second mark. I chronoed this bow last year at the local pro shop, Earth Spirits Archery, when I got the new arrows, and we were right at 300. It went 299 twice and hit 300 once out of 3 shots. So we're right at that 300 feet per second mark with 73 pounds, 31-inch draw, and right at a 500 grain arrow. The draw cycle on this bow is really super smooth. It comes back really nice, and you can hold this bow forever. It's so comfortable to hold. Even at 73 pounds, I can hold this bow for a long time. I'm not going to sit here and try to show you guys how long I can hold this bow for. You just have to take my word for it. But it's super comfortable, very forgiving at the hip, and it just shoots super nice. Bow rolls back a little bit, goes right back in place. So that's my bow setup. I'll shoot one more arrow, and then maybe I'll shoot a 3-shot group, and I'll put the camera right up close to the target. I got a crossbow speed bag down there for my girlfriend's crossbow, or my crossbow that I bought. She uses all the time. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, I almost forgot, broadheads. Don't hate me. I used to use Rage for a long time, and I absolutely loved them. Never had an issue with them. Not one issue ever. Never lost a deer with a Rage. Always had really good luck with them. Never had a malfunction with a broadhead. I can't say anything bad about them because I haven't had any bad experiences, and I don't know anybody that's had a bad experience. I did try a fixed blade last year. I shot my doe last year with a fixed blade, and I used the QAD Exodus, a 100 grain 3-blade fixed. I made a perfect shot. She ran 20 yards, practically died on camera. If you haven't watched that video, maybe I'll link it right there. You guys can go watch that video. I shot her at like 8 steps, I think it was, on a really windy day, and she only went about 20 yards. So those are my setups. That's what I'm going to be shooting this year. Broadheads, I'm not sure yet this year. I'm probably going to stick to the same two, the Rage and the QAD Exodus. They both shoot fantastic out of my bow without me having to adjust anything. I know Seek One did a big broadhead test video, and the QAD Exodus really performed very well, and that's kind of what made me jump towards the QAD Exodus versus any other fixed blade, is just how well it performed in their test. So that's it for now. I'm gonna shoot a couple arrows. I'll shoot as tight a group as I can real quick here. I guess what I'll do is I'll just back up to 40, and I'll put the camera right up, I don't know, within 2 or 3 feet of the speed bag there, I'll back up to 40. Yes, I'm shooting at 40. I'll just have to take my word for it. And I'll do a 3-shot group at 40 and show you how tight it shoots. This bow shoots really well. So thanks again. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my bow setup. If you haven't, go back and watch that video I linked above. And the doe kill I had with this setup last year at 8 yards on a windy night this past fall. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't, please subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. We had one little flyer there, but not bad for 40 yards. Please subscribe, everybody. Catch you on the next one.